Jordan, welcome to my channel. My name is Stefania if you're new here. So today we are going to be talking all about new makeup releases. For a while there, everything slowed and now it's like ColourPop is back in full swing, like all makeup releases, holidays are out, and like, you know, I'm sure like most of you, I'm like, holidays. I thought we were in March. But anyways, we're gonna be talking about new makeup releases, things I'm interested in, things I want. I'm just like, not so much. All that good stuff, because yeah, it's been a tough time in terms of like wanting to buy stuff. So, and there's so much, and I love your guys' opinions. It's definitely my favorite part of these. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Please remember to subscribe and hit that like button. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna pull up Trend Moods page. So I've actually been doing really well. Like I kind of been staying off of Instagram and off of everything, which has been great when you have like an online job, like not this, but like my actual job where it's like half online, but I just can't do it lately. I'm just like, oh, after watching that reality show debate, I'm just like, I just don't want to be on anything right now. So, anyways, though, recently I'm trying to get back in the swing of things and trying to not be tempted by everything. So, one of the new releases, like ABH is releasing, everyone's releasing their holiday collections. And Anastasia Beverly Hills, they have a holiday collection coming out. And it doesn't really look that interesting. I think I kind of got tired of ABH, like so much stuff came out. And like I bought like all the mega palettes except for like maybe the fourth. I think I stopped at 3. I was like, 3 is enough, you know? So for me, it just doesn't look like anything like super interesting. Like they're releasing like a soft glam too, which really just looks like a mix of everything they already have. So that's like an easy pass for me. Like I'm good. I don't need anything. I don't think I'd get anything. One thing I do want, Lisa Eldridge is releasing like sets. I have yet to try any of her lipsticks. I think I'm just always like too late to the party. I never really think about it. Especially right now, it's hard for me to like want to buy lip products. I'm not really wearing them, but I do wish they were individual. So it comes with like a gloss and it comes with a lipstick and a lip liner and like a really pretty little bag. And I'm just like, I want that. But they retail, they're pretty expensive. It might be available separately, but I think the package is like comes out to like $83. And I'm just like, on a lip kit, I cannot. I really do want it. And if it's just an individual lipstick, and like I haven't looked at shipping costs to the US, so I might look into that. Because I never get like super, like I'm like, I want to just try a lipstick. I just want one. I just want to try one lipstick. So every time anything comes with like a set, I realize I don't ever love the whole set. Like for me, no matter what shade it is, which these are all neutrals and they look gorgeous, but I never like anything that doesn't come with like a brown lip liner. I'm just like, I always reach for browns. I know that's boring, but yeah, even though I always buy different shades, I can tell you I don't use them. So for me, I'm just like, if I can just get like the lipstick, that would be great. Like we will check back. But I always kind of like, I'm always like, oh, I want that. And then once it's sold out, I just never remember to like go back to it. So I would say that's a product I want, even though right now I'm just like, you should not be buying lipsticks. You're not wearing them. I've been in a very balmy mood lately. Like I've kind of just been wearing like my Milk Makeup like balm every day. And that's pretty much it. So there are a lot of Halloween collections, and Halloween is by far my favorite holiday. I need to decorate the house. It's October 1st, and I'm like, it's time. It's time? Yes. At the same time, I just redecorated my entire downstairs, and I'm a little bit like, but I don't want to take anything else down. You know, usually it's like that time where you get bored and you're excited to like put things up, but I'm like, I just got all this stuff. So I need to decorate for Halloween, but there are quite a few palettes. ColourPop did release a Hocus Pocus collection, and even though it looks pretty, I know I would just be buying for the packaging. To be honest, like I haven't really loved a ColourPop collection in a long time. Not that they don't always look cute or that I'm disappointed, but what I've realized is like it's I buy from them because of the cute packaging and it draws me in, and the quality is good, but they're never palettes that I reach for time and time again. They're like kind of like palettes I get excited for. I get them, I use them for a few weeks, and they kind of sit in a drawer, and then I pull it out when I do another ColourPop review. So that's just my honest opinion, where I'm just at that point where I'm like, you don't need it. Two, Hocus Pocus is not my favorite. I know a lot of people are very into Hocus Pocus, and even though I love Halloween, it freaked me out as a child, and I was always scared of it. So for me, it's an easy pass on that. Like, I don't think I'm gonna pick up anything. Like, if anything, I was gonna pick up a lipstick, you know, which I'm not. I'm going to try to tell myself, no, thank you. No. Makeup by Mario, by the way, this makeup haul, or at least my eyes, is the Makeup by Mario Metallics collection, so make sure you check that out if you want to. But I did buy the metallic palettes, and then I kind of touched on everything else in that video, but I just chose not to buy anything else because I really didn't need a new matte palette. But based off of the quality, it's definitely one on a list of like Sephora VIB sale. I would pick it up. So I'm interested to see what people say about it, because obviously I've only tried the metallic side, but it's very promising compared to like what I've tried. So that is on my list, and you know, huge congrats to Makeup by Mario, because that's a big deal. So I will say there's been a lot of like products right now that are coming out that I'm just like, like a lot of cheek products. And for a while there, I feel like, especially at the beginning of this year, it was like bronzer, 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 bronzer. And then now I feel like there's like a lot of blush collections coming out. So Goss is coming out with a collection, as well as Haus Labs. And I don't know if you guys feel this way, but like Haus Labs, like Lady Gaga's brand, nothing, I feel like I haven't seen anyone really reach for it as like staples. Like, it's kind of lost the excitement as a brand. And even though it was like everywhere when it first launched, you know, which is kind of what you see. And so sometimes if it's a really big brand, I try to wait until it fades out. Even like Rare Beauty, I'm kind of interested to see like how many people are still using it in a few months. Because once that initial excitement passes, I'm like, are they going to be staples in a collection? Rare Beauty had so many releases, and I was almost so overwhelmed that I just didn't even look at it. Like, I was just kind of like, I don't know where to start. I'm just going to wait and see what happens with this brand. So I have not tried anything from Rare Beauty, but I will say Haus Labs, the blush bronzer duos are coming out. You guys know I'm a bronzer fan. These do look really cute. I will say, like, they look the most exciting in terms of what she's released in like a year. So part of me is like looking at it with interest, but I need to like see the inside and see the shades. So I'm not really sure if I would pick it up. But yeah, I mean, the packaging, it kind of looks like those old, like the ColourPop, you know, like the blush duos. So I'm not really on the fence about it. I'm going to look further into it and see what I think. And then Goss has like his blush collection, which, I mean, they look pretty, but I'm not like I think it's just because I'm not wearing blush right now. Like, for me, especially even if I just wear like a mask with no makeup on, my face like instantly reacts. And I feel for people that like have to wear a mask all day. Like, I don't know how you guys do it, but I mean, thank you for keeping us safe. At the same time, I'm just like, I cannot, because like I just have red lines no matter what type of mask I wear. And so I'm not wearing makeup, like face makeup, if I'm going anywhere where I'm gonna be, well, anywhere. So for me, it's kind of been an easy pass on face products right now. I'm like, okay, if I buy anything, it's gonna be more like eye related, because that's fine. So even the Goss ones, they look pretty. None of them stand out to me as like I need immediately. And things with duos, like, I always like one side more than the other. I'm always like, I want that side of this one, and I want this side of that one. And that's kind of how I felt about his, where I was just like, nyeh. I keep trying to convince myself to like try out a berry tone, but I'm always so scared, because I think I just have like acne flashbacks where I'm just like, it's just gonna bring it out. And I stopped all of my medications lately due to trying to have a child, and I'm like, this kid is already taking so much from me and it's not even a kid yet, you know? So I'm like already just like, oh, if my face is gonna be, fingers crossed is all I have to say, okay? But I'm just like, because I feel like those berry tones, especially if I wear like very light foundation or no foundation, it just almost like brings out the rest of like the redness and zits on my face. I don't know if you guys feel that way. I feel that way. But I might look into them eventually. But right now it was just kind of like easy pass. Dominic Cosmetics, if it was not for the time we are in, I would be all over this. Like, she is releasing a nude lip collection, so lipsticks, lip liners, and they look so up my alley in terms of what I like. But I'm going to at least wait until Sephora sale. Like, I'm just like, I cannot, no lip products right now. You're not wearing them. Stefania, no. No. Please help me. So, but they do look really, really pretty. I like the nudes she chose. They look really light. I always hate like the photoshopped arms because I just don't feel like they're an accurate representation of what they're actually gonna look like. So I need to like, I need more swatches. I need more swatches. So that's the only thing I thought might have gone up during this whole thing, is I'm like, people should swatch more because we can't do that in store anymore, and Dominic Cosmetics is in store at Sephora. So once these come out, I'm just like, we will see. Hopefully someone does a review on them, because I'm like, I need swatches to figure out what I want. Not like I need any more nude lipsticks. And then of course, you know, we have all the pumpkin stuff coming out. So Fruit Fetish Lip Balm, Pumpkin Spice, Milani. I'm just like, do I want? I like the smell of pumpkin. I've kind of taken a step back from like pumpkin stuff lately. I'm just not in the mood. I'm a party pooper as of this year. So I'm not like super about it. And I don't know if I want that. If it's like I don't think I want it. Okay, that's just the bottom line. I'm just like, do I really want the smell? Like if it lingered, I don't think I would want that. I don't want to smell like pumpkin. I like it to be like a candle or like food, you know? So that's kind of how I feel about that. So MAC's releasing a brow gel. I can't tell you the last time I shot from MAC. No, I got the MAC Go Play blushes, which was a hit. I really wish that everything they came out with was more on the side of that, because I love those things. Speaking of blush, like obviously it's been months since I've bought any, but that was probably my only MAC release where I got super excited over years of time. Like I still have my staples, like I will always go back and buy MAC Fix Plus, but I haven't gotten excited for the brand in years. Like there just really hasn't been any of that. So that's an easy pass for me. And then Makeup Revolution also released a like Nightmare Before Christmas theme, and it does look pretty. I will say that, but it almost reminds me, like, because I just got the Raw Beauty Christie Pure palette a few months ago, for some reason it kind of reminds me of the colors, and it's just not something that I'm drawn to. I would rather have Nightmare Before Christmas than Hocus Pocus, but I also didn't like it. I'm like, for someone who loves Halloween, I'm like, I don't like any of the Halloween movies. I don't know why. I like scary movies. But yeah, those are the ones that I'm always like, I never liked those as a kid. All right, and then Pat McGrath, she is releasing her holiday collection. She hasn't released all of it yet. So I am very interested in the quads. The quads were, I think, my favorite release that she has ever done. They're all, you know, last year's was all four like the special shades. My one thing is, you guys have heard me, I'm a broken record, but I'm like, please take out the golds. Like, we just have so many golds from her that it's just unnecessary in my opinion, but I felt like they were more worth it. They were $65, and I was like, I would pay for these time and time again compared to like her big palettes, because every time I use her bigger palette, I generally will reach for another one for mattes, and then I go back to that, like the bigger ones for shimmers. So the quads were perfect. And they're definitely the only, like, I will say out of like holiday releases, they're probably the ones I've used the most over the year, like the whole year. And they weren't just like a quick, like, oh, I'm excited for the holidays, like makeup collections type thing. So I'm waiting for those to come out again. My one thing is they look pretty. but they have mattes in them. And not to say that I don't love her mattes formula, but I'm hoping they're going to be priced a little bit lower. I would have rather just had the 4 special shades, and then a few of them look like they're repeats, like the blue. So I'm on the fence about it. I'm sure I'll probably still pick up one, but I was a little bit disappointed because I was really looking forward to that. And I felt like there was so many more colors she could add, because she does a lot of, like, you know, we've seen so many of the pinks and golds, and like I felt like she could have expanded a little bit more and just done the 4 special shades. I didn't really need the 2, because even if 2 in a quad, like if you get 2 special shades and 2 mattes, you're most likely still going to reach for another palette anyways. So I will see, but I'm hoping they're still going to be priced a tiny bit lower than that. And then she did come out with like a big palette, and like first look, I was like, I'm getting it, hands down, it's already up. And once I saw that it was the Star Wars collection, I was pretty disappointed by that. Like I was just like, so I already have 6 of these shades, and one of those shades in my Star Wars palette was just like, did not show up on me, which the company handled it, because I showed them pictures and I was like, maybe I just got a dud, I don't know. And they definitely took care of me, but I don't want to pay for a palette that already has that many repeat shades in it. It just wasn't worth it to me. I might look at it if it becomes available in Sephora and I can see it in person, and maybe it will like tug at my heartstrings. But I really don't like it when they do that. Like I'm just like, don't do repeats. Like just for me, I'm like, you should have just re-released the Star Wars one then again and done something different. Like 1 or 2 shades would have been fine, but 6, not for my money. Okay, so that's how I feel right now with Pat McGrath. We are on okay terms, but I'm not super happy about the whole situation. The whole year. So that's kind of how I feel about that. So we'll see. But let me know if you guys picked that up. What do you think? Was it worth it? So like I said, thank God I didn't buy 2, like both the Star Wars ones. But even just having one, I'm like, I don't know about it. And then one new interesting thing that popped up was Melt Cosmetics is releasing a Sculpt collection. And one stack is cream and one stack is matte. And I will say, there's something about those tones that I'm always drawn to. Like, even though I don't even really contour anymore, unless I'm feeling a little like I ate a lot, you know? Like one of those phases where I'm just like, ew. You know, like, where'd your face go? Where's your neck? You know? But it's definitely not often. I feel like that boat like sailed a few years ago now, where contouring just isn't a big thing anymore. And especially now, like I said, like facial like products, but I still like it. Like I'm still like looking at it like, oh, I kind of want it. But I really know that I won't get a lot of use out of it. But 2, I would have preferred if they split it into 3 rather than the 5, because, or what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so 4 comes in a stack. But we all know that like when it comes to complexion products, like you're not going to use all 4. As much as like someone wants to say like, you can use this as an eyeshadow, you know, it's like that Bridesmaid saying where it's like, you'll rewear the dress. Like you're not going to use all those, which is what I'm kind of like, it's not making me want to buy it, because I'm just like, I don't see myself using a lot of it, especially like the creams. Like, what are you really going to do with the extra creams? And so, yeah, and I would have liked it more if it was customizable compared to what it is. I saw that Alicia Keys was coming out with one, and I don't really get it. I'm good. I'm like, I'm not messing with my skin for a celebrity brand. I'm good. So I'm going to wait for reviews on that brand, but I'm definitely not going to be partaking. So let me know what you guys think about that. So like I said, I'm sorry if this is more like, no, it's more like me trying to talk myself out of buying new makeup. I just feel like there's very few releases right now. I'm definitely being a lot more choosy and picky with what I buy, just from not using makeup lately. Hopefully I get over this phase and I start putting it back on my face, because like I feel great today. I'm just like, oh, I feel like a person, you know, it makes me feel so much better. But I just, no, I wake up in the morning thinking I'm going to, and then I'm just like, no, not today. And then weeks go by and I'm just like, apparently not any date. You know, I think at the beginning of quarantine, we were like, oh, we have time, we have extra time. Now it's kind of like, you know, work has moved on, but yet I'm still stuck in like but we're not back to normal for sure. So I'm like, I'm just happy to show up. Anyways, though, what have you guys been looking at? Are there any new releases you're excited for? There's a few things I want, but they're kind of going on a wish list. They're not like an immediate buy. I think, if anything, I'm most excited for the Lisa Eldridge stuff. I still don't know if I'll get it, only if it's sold separately and the shipping isn't insane. Maybe I will try one for once. I'm really excited about that. And then the Pat McGrath, like, we'll see. It's to be determined. But yeah, that is it for me. Let me know what collections you guys are interested in. Let me know your thoughts. Like, have you guys been in Sephora lately? All that good stuff. I'd love to know. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in my next video.